I need to tell you something. Most women never will we know exactly what we're doing when we hurt you. The games, the manipulation, the emotional torture. I've been there. I've been the woman who destroyed a good man's confidence, who played with his heart until he didn't recognize himself, who made him question his worth, his sanity, his future. And I'm about to expose every single strategy we use so you can protect yourself from ever falling for it again. This isn't about getting revenge. This isn't about winning her back. This is about something far more dangerous to us, becoming completely immune to our tactics. Because once you understand how we think when we hurt you, we lose all power over you forever. Why your first instinct is wrong.
Let me start with the hard truth. Everything you want to do right now is wrong. You want to text her and ask why, you want to show up and demand answers. You want to fight for her, prove your worth, or make her see what she's losing. Or maybe you want the opposite. You want to hurt her back, make her feel the pain she gave you, show her what it's like to be destroyed. Both responses come from the same place: desperation, the desperate need to regain control, to feel powerful again, to stop the bleeding. But here's what research on emotional trauma tells us: reactive behavior during pain creates more pain. When you're hurt, your brain goes into survival mode: fight, flight, or freeze. None of these responses help you heal. None of them protect your future, and none of them make you stronger. When you react from pain, you give her power over your healing. You make your recovery dependent on her response. But real strength isn't reactive, it's responsive. And the difference between the two will determine whether you come out of this broken or unbreakable. But before I show you the right way to respond, you need to understand something crucial about why it hurts so much in the first place, because until you understand this, you'll keep making the same mistakes with the next woman. Why?
It hurts so much. The psychology of male pain. Let me explain why this pain feels different from anything else. As men, we're taught to be strong, to handle things, to protect and provide. When a woman hurts us, it doesn't just attack our heart. It attacks our identity. If I can't even keep one woman happy, what kind of man am I if she could leave me so easily? What was I worth to begin with? If I couldn't see this coming, how can I trust my judgment about anything? The pain isn't just about losing her, it's about losing confidence in yourself. Psychological studies show that men process emotional betrayal as a threat to their competence, not just their heart. We don't just feel sad, we feel stupid, weak, inadequate, like we failed at the most basic level of being a man. That's why you're probably questioning everything right now. Every text you sent, every decision you made, every red flag you ignored. You're not just grieving the relationship, you're grieving the version of yourself that believed you were worthy of love. And that right there is the real wound, not what she did to you, but what you're now doing to yourself. I remember after my worst heartbreak, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror for weeks, not because I looked different, but because I felt like a stranger. The confident woman I thought I was gone, replaced by someone who couldn't even trust her own instincts about people. But here's what I learned in that darkness. If this psychology breakdown is opening your eyes to how your own mind works, hit that subscribe button, because I break down female psychology and male responses that most women will never tell you. There's so much more where this came from. And this realization completely changed how I handle pain forever. Because once you understand this next truth, you'll never let another person's actions define your worth. Again, the Stoic response: what real strength looks like. Real strength isn't about not feeling pain, it's about feeling it without being controlled by it. The Stoics
Understood something most men miss. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond to what happens to you when she hurts you. You have a choice: react from emotion or respond from principle. Here's what the reactive man does. He begs for explanations. He tries to negotiate his way back into her heart. He makes promises to change, to be better, to be whatever she wants. Or he goes the other direction. He tries to hurt her back, posts things to make her jealous, talks badly about her to mutual friends, does everything he can to get a reaction. Both responses give her power over his healing. But the responsive man, he accepts the reality immediately. He feels the pain without fighting it. He honors his emotions without being enslaved by them. He says to himself, this hurts, and that's okay. Pain is information, not instruction. The stoic response isn't cold, it's controlled. You acknowledge the hurt without letting it dictate your actions. You feel the anger without acting from anger. You experience the loss without begging for what's gone. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength when you stop trying to control her response and start controlling your own. Everything changes. Your healing doesn't depend on her apology. Your worth doesn't depend on her recognition. Your future doesn't depend on her return. But accepting the pain is just the first step, because what you do next will determine whether this experience makes you weaker or whether it forges you into someone. No woman will ever be able to break again." The silence strategy, your most powerful response. Want to know the most powerful thing you can do when a woman hurts you? Nothing. Complete radio silence, not to punish her, not to make her miss you, but to protect your own energy and focus it where it actually matters. When you go silent after being hurt, several things happen. First, you stop giving her access to your emotional state. She can't see how much she affected you. She can't use your pain against you. She can't feel powerful at your expense. Second, you force yourself to process the pain internally without an audience, without the validation of her reaction. This is where real healing happens, in the silence, in the solitude, in the space where you're alone with your thoughts and forced to face them. Third, you send a message without saying a word. My energy is too valuable to waste on someone who doesn't respect it. But here's the key. This silence must be genuine, not a manipulation tactic, not a way to get her attention, but a real withdrawal of your energy from someone who proved they don't deserve it. I know it's hard. Every part of you wants to reach out, to get closure, to have the last word, to make her understand. But understand, this closure comes from you, not from her. The last word is silence. And she already understands. She just doesn't care. Your silence becomes your strength. Your peace becomes your power. And your absence becomes your answer. But silence alone isn't enough. Because while you're healing, you need to be building. And what you build during this time will determine the kind of man you become on the other side of this pain building while you're broken. The Phoenix strategy. Here's what separates men who get stronger from heartbreak versus those who get bitter. What you do with the pain. Weak men use pain as an excuse to stop growing, to give up on their goals, to become cynical about love. Strong men use pain as fuel to level up physically, to focus on their mission, to become someone worthy of better. This is the Phoenix strategy. You don't just survive the fire, you use it to transform. Start with your body. Hit the gym like your life depends on it, not to get revenge, not to make her jealous, but because discipline heals emotional wounds. Physical strength builds mental resilience, and the endorphins combat the depression. Then focus on your mind. Read books that challenge you, learn skills that advance your career, invest in knowledge. That compounds your value, because while she was your distraction, now you can focus on your direction. Next, reconnect with your mission, the goals you had before her, the dreams you put on hold for the relationship, the version of yourself you were becoming before you got derailed. Remember, she was never the destination. She was supposed to be a passenger on your journey. Don't let her absence stop the trip. Research shows that men who channel heartbreak into self-improvement report higher life satisfaction within 6 months than they had before the relationship. You're not just healing, you're upgrading. You're not just getting over her, you're getting better than you were with her. This is how you turn pain into power, betrayal into breakthrough, heartbreak into strength. And here's where most men make their final mistake, because just when they're getting strong again, they let her back in. So let me show you how to protect the progress you've made, protecting your peace. Never let her back in. This is the test. Most men fail. She comes back maybe weeks later, maybe months, with apologies, explanations, or promises to change. And you think maybe she's learned, maybe she's different now. Let me save you the pain. She's not. People who hurt you once will hurt you again. Not because they're evil, but because you taught them. You'll accept it when you take someone back after they've broken your trust. You don't get the relationship back. You get a relationship where they know they can break your trust and you'll still be there. That's not love. That's convenience. Psychology research shows that partners who return after causing significant emotional harm are 73% likely to repeat similar behaviors. Within the first year, your peace is more valuable than her presence. Your progress is more important than her promises. Your self-respect is worth more than her regret when she reaches out, and she probably will remember this. The woman who was meant for your future wouldn't have destroyed your past. The right person doesn't have to break you to recognize your value and the love you deserve. Doesn't come with a pattern of pain. You've built something beautiful in the ashes of what she burned. Don't let her burn it down again. Stay strong, stay focused, stay moving forward, because the woman who's meant for the man you're becoming, she's still out there, and she's worth protecting. This peace, for the choice is yours. Go back to what broke you, or move forward to what will make you. So, here's what we learned about handling a woman who hurts. You don't react, respond. Don't seek revenge, seek growth. Don't beg for answers, become the answer. Don't try to hurt her back. Focus on healing yourself forward. The pain you're feeling right now isn't permanent, but the strength you build from it can be the lessons you learn. Aren't just about this relationship, they're about every relationship that comes after. She didn't break you. She revealed areas where you need to be stronger. She didn't end your story. She ended a chapter that wasn't serving your growth. And the next chapter, that's where you become the man who can't be broken. If this hit different, smash that like button and subscribe for more real talk about handling life's hardest moments like a man. And here's what you need to watch next. My video on why women can't resist the man who masters solitude. Because the strength you're building in this silence, it's exactly what makes you irresistible to high-quality women. This video will show you how to turn your healing time into magnetic time. Click that video. Your stronger self is waiting.